As I speak to friends and see things online, I come to realize that so much of us get in our own way, and including myself in the past and still even now, where when we think about what we want to achieve, what we want out of life, they want to make a certain amount of money, they want to have this certain physique or live this certain lifestyle. There is always the reason and the blocker as to why they can't do those things. And I obviously have these myself. But what's really interesting to me is that so many people don't actually realize what these are, right? So, for example, it's the thought of, oh, well, I can't achieve this thing because I'm this person, because, I've done this in the past, or I haven't been very good at this, and, through my experience, or I don't know enough about this, which is why I can't go and do this. And we set ourselves up for failure because we don't give ourselves the chance to go and do those things. Right. So I know for me, it was like, back when I was in university and I was just a bit unfulfilled and just really not really sure what to do. And for reference, this was just the first year of university. I saw a course around copywriting and around this idea that you can make money online, which was a concept that I'd never even looked at before. And I basically bought the course and I was like, this is interesting. Played around with it, like basically was learning copywriting. And I believe, from there, like after I think about 8 or 9 months, I was able to actually close my first client. But around the 4 or 5 month mark, I basically thought, right, this is far more interesting, like to me, than any of this university stuff is. And so I actually was able to basically drop out of university and basically went all in on this whole copywriting stuff. And I basically sort of continued doing that for 2.5 years until eventually, because I'd gotten into it for all the wrong reasons and it was primarily just money, I ended up burning myself out. But what mattered the most is that I didn't really, you know, put that many obstacles in my way. I didn't really make it as difficult for myself as a lot of other people do. I just thought, right, this is interesting. Let's give it a go. And just trying to really put time into it, right? Trying to put time into it, trying to put energy into it, trying to improve and understand what it is and working at it. And looking back on that, which for reference, I spent 2.5 years of that whole journey just doing stuff, which is a lot of damn time. I don't regret it. I really don't. And I think it taught me a lot. And it taught me, most importantly, more so around what I don't want to do, which has now helped me figure out more so things which I believe I want to do, which is stuff like this and making video games. But again, I think so many people just stop themselves from even getting to that point, right? From even going and doing that thing. And I can give you examples of things like YouTube. I've, been doing YouTube for probably 3, 4 years now, right? I had a self-improvement channel sort of like quite a few years back, but ended up getting rid of it. Goodness knows why. And I was even doing YouTube for my lead generation business, which I had at the time as well. And again, like I didn't really have a plan with that. I just wanted to get videos out. Right. I just wanted like I didn't overthink it. I didn't, try and get in my own way and think, oh well, people aren't gonna watch this. And yeah, sure. Sometimes I had those thoughts, but I avoided letting that get to me. And I thought, right, well, if people aren't gonna watch the videos, that's fine. I'll just keep trying to put them out and get them better. And even with, my AI game development, I didn't really have much of a plan. I just tried to make something work. I tried to make a very short playable snippet, which I was able to after about 40 hours of sort of work with like AI and trying to figure out what to do. But again, the point is I didn't really put many roadblocks in my way. And sure, there was a lot of uncertainty, which is always, right? It's a genuine fear and it's a genuine, anxiety and stuff to have, right? That was always there, but I didn't let that get to me, right? I didn't let that control me, to the intensity that a lot of other people do. And honestly, if you're going to take anything away from this video, I just want you to know that taking action, no matter how small, consistently towards something it's going to teach you so much more about something, and it's going to help you just develop, I don't know, more confidence towards it than you ever will. And again, right, for example, if you've been thinking about, oh, perhaps, for example, making YouTube content, try and get a video out every single day, or at least once a week, right, for the next 30 days, right? The next 30 days, next 60 days or something. Don't worry about the quality. And again, right, when you think of that immediately, and sometimes, other people will think about the thing, oh, well, what if it's no good? I don't really know what I'm doing. Or, it's going to be quite embarrassing. And all these thoughts come up that try and get in your way. But again, the main thing is that, look, if it's no good, no one's really going to see it. And if it's no good, no one's really going to care, because you're not really that important. And neither am I. So that's pretty much the purpose of this video. I just want you to know that, because I found that through my experience, that's just been the way I felt. But let me know your thoughts on this video. I'll chat soon.